Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Comic Book Blog. I'm your host, Jim Houston. As we record this now, it's February. It's been snowing over here around New Jersey. We're going to get more snow this week. And this is like a winter sweater. But take a look at this. It has the Batman logo, like the new Batman comic book that came out. And Absolute Batman. And this sweater I had on in 2017. And you can see over here, there's pictures of me with my brother, my sister, and my Aunt Angie. Aunt Angie lived to be 103, just like my grandmother. I'm hoping I have the Galella genes, I can tell you that. So over here, it just came in today, is 2 more upgrades to my Silver Age Batman collection. So they both feature Batwoman, and one of them has Batmite on it. So this is Batman 133, and it's in my collection now. It's graded 4.0 off-white to white pages, and it looks pretty nice, but I bought an upgrade. And over here, this is Batman 122. This might be the second time I bought an upgrade for this issue. This one is 4.5 and has off-white to white pages. And this I purchased from my comic shop. So if I purchased this from my comic shop, that means I must have an original that I had graded that I didn't like to grade. And I upgraded to 4.5, but as you all know, I like to have 5.0 or higher. I'm not really sure why. That was my goal. But in this box here that just came today is upgrades to these 2 issues. Now, this is funny. I know I probably wouldn't have got it for Christmas, but I paid for these in December. And it's February now. So instead of Christmas presents, like, oh, it's a birthday present. When you purchase comics, it takes a little while to get them. So, in my phone, I write down which purchased comics I bought and what condition they are. Put the photo in there, right under the current photo, so I know not to purchase it again. Now, these comics came from Metropolis Comic Connect. And, when I wrote to them, I go, hey, where's my comics? My check cleared a long time ago. And they're like, oh, let's check into it. And I have a feeling that their auctions are, doing pretty good when they sell the comics. But maybe their staff to do shipping and receiving, not so big. So, I give them a little nudge. And, hey, we'll look into it, Jim. And a couple of weeks later, here's my books. So, Comic Connect and Metropolis Comics, they're kind of the same when you look at it on the internet. I actually purchased my Batman 1 and 2 from Metropolis, more or less. So, we're going to take a look at these. It's wrapped pretty good. Looks like the slabs made it through the shipping process fine. So taking these out, definitely looks better than what I had. And the grades are higher. I hate when you buy a higher graded comic and the lower graded one looks better. But this seems like they both look better than what I currently had in my collection. So we'll take a look at these. So this is the upgrade to my Batman 122. It's graded 7.0 with off-white to white pages. I don't know, they started putting a sticker on the back here like Comic Connect. Comic Link, and it says Metropolis Comics on it. So this cover is really sharp. I will not be upgrading this issue. This is fine exactly the way it is. So here's a copy of Batman 122. This was my upgrade from the original copy that was in my collection. And this was 4.5. I kind of just upgraded before I put the registry set in, even though I usually don't like 4.5, so there's a little divot down there. And it looks pretty cool. It's the marriage of Batman and Batwoman. And Robin, I guess, thinks he's not going to get adopted or something. He's like, what's going to happen to me? So this is the 7.0. And, you know, it is a lot sharper looking than the 4.5. There's a little scuff over there inside the case. I don't think that affects anything. So here's the front cover of the 2 issues. 7.0 is going into my collection. There's the back cover, is the Batman 122 Junior Sales Club of America ad. You can see there's a little bit of tanning on the outside of the cover there. Overall, it's a nice looking copy for 4.5. And this is the 7.0 with the Metropolis sticker on it. Not a big fan of stickers on the slabs. I always say I'm going to make a from the collection of Jim Houston label to put over the slabs. So you can see the 7.0 looks way better than the 4.5. They both have similar pages. 4.5 has off-white pages, and the 7.0 has off-white to white pages. Now, when I bid on the 7.0, I wound up getting it for $266. And when I looked on GPA, it was more expensive, the last sale, for this particular issue in this particular grade. So I didn't feel really bad about purchasing this. And I'm hoping I could sell this copy for at least what I paid for it. So that's like the way I upgrade my collection all the time, is to try to buy a comic that's equal or below GPA. I have a feeling GPA goes up all the time because I spend too much money on my comics. All right, so the next issue we got here is Batman 133, and we upgraded from a 4.0 off-white to white pages, and this is a 6.0 off-white to white pages. And like I said before, this copy has Batgirl on the cover as a photo, and it has Batmite and Bathound. Wow. So, you know, it's first Batmite appearance in the title of Batman. You know, his first appearance is in Detective Comics, which we've seen on another blog. And it says Batwoman appearance, and it's the last Dick Sprang art in the title. So here's the copy of Batman 133. Look at that Bathound on the cover. Now, as we scan the close-up of this particular issue right there in the Batman logo, you can see there's some color off the logo. It's not really a tape pull. It just might be where from when you save your comics and you don't put it in a bag right away. So that's the 4.0. And here's the 6.0. You can see there's no wear on the Batman label. So definitely a better condition copy. Maybe a little tanning on the edge there. But definitely a keeper for my collection. Here's the back covers to Batman 133. This one features an ad about selling greeting cards. And when I was a kid, I sold the greeting cards. I don't know if it was from this company, but Christmas was a great time to sell greeting cards. There's a little writing there on the back of the cover. This is my upgrade 6.0. The cover looks nice and white. And I'm totally happy with this upgrade to my collection. Except for that label on the case. So this upgrade, 4.0 to 6.0. The 6.0 I paid $271 for. Again, the GPA was a little higher at the time I bid on this, which was, I think, December and 2024. And, now it's here, February 2025. And although I thought I only paid $266 for Batman 122, once they added the buyer's premium, it came out to $305.90. And the Batman 133 that I thought I paid $271 for came out to $311.65. And then they had the shipping cost of $27.25. Maybe we could look at the GPA again and see if the price has changed on these issues. The other thing I did this year is I replaced my iPhone with the new iPhone 16, and I had to get the new case. Purchased it from the exact same vendor I had the other case from. And I kind of like it. It's Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. And it looks sharp. The old case wouldn't fit on it, even though the phone was the same size, because of the camera setting here. So here we have it. The Batman 122 4.5 is now upgraded to 7.0 in my collection. And the Batman 133 that was 4.0 is now upgraded to a 6.0 copy. When the blog is done being recorded, I take photos of the comics and I use them in the blog, and then I also upload front and back photos to my registry set on CGC. Next week, I expect a new upgrade to a Golden Age Batman comic. It was pretty expensive, but we'll compare the two issues when I get the new one in from Heritage. This has been another edition of the Comic Book Blog. I'm your host, Jim Houston. See you again soon. Bye.